So we all know that one guy who's got an incredible physique up top but absolutely sucks in the leg department. Now this was me before I went from this to this in a little under a year, and in this video I'm going to be showing you exactly how I did that. But first, to put my legs to the test, I'm going to be going head to head in a full leg workout with a 120 kilogram bodybuilder. Now guys, if this is your first time visiting my channel, then make sure you hit that button below to subscribe, and make sure you hit that bell as well to turn on post notifications. But pre-leg day nerves are definitely kicking in now, as Josh is one of the biggest guys I've ever seen in my life. So let's get this started before I change my mind. How are we doing, Josh?
Yeah, good boy, how are you?
Ready for today?
I am beyond ready. Are you ready?
Man.
I don't think he's ready for it. I don't know.
As mentioned in the intro, Josh is a pretty big boy. Got some big old legs on him. So
Just a little bit of leg
on. So guys, there's 4 things you need to consider if you are looking to grow big legs. So we're going to do 4 different exercises today. We're going to see who can lift the most out of me and Josh. But the first one's going to be the lion hamstring curl, and the first thing we're going to talk about is exercise execution. Now bodybuilding isn't about moving weight, it's about controlling weight with the muscle you're actually trying to target. So the amount of guys who just come in and it's just about moving the weight from A to B, and they use everything but the muscle they're actually trying to target to move it, they're going to lift more weight, but they're not going to get more gains. We need to make sure that we're actually controlling the weight with the muscle we're trying to target. So in this case, it's going to be our hamstrings. So what I'm going to be doing is, for each exercise, I'm going to give you a few cues on how to actually think about the muscle we're trying to target. So for this one here, we're literally just targeting our hamstrings. All your hamstring is doing is it pulls up the lower part of your leg from the knee joint. That's all muscles do, they rotate joints. So every other part of your body needs to be stable, and we need to make sure we're controlling both the concentric and the eccentric. So I'm going to make sure we're running through that on each and every exercise. But Josh is going to set the pace on this one. So set number 1, we're going to do the stack. I'm going to see how many reps we can get.
About 8 and 1.125.
I count 7.125.
Well, there you go.
We'll give you 8. We'll give you 8. So 8 to beat. 8 to beat. Let's go. I really want to fucking beat you, man. Alright, let's go. 9 to win. 1-0.
didn't
I'll take that one.
He didn't tell you that I ran a marathon yesterday as well. 3 marathons, actually.
3 marathons.
Three marathons,
That's
actually.
true. That is a good point to note before watching this video.
Very important point. 3 marathons were run yesterday, and a 4-hour hamstring workout at the end of that as well.
There we go. There we go. That explains it. But there we go. Now I surprised myself there, man. There we go, guys. On to exercise number 2, which is leg extension. So we're going to be going head to head on that one in a second. But first, we're talking about the second tip that we're going to give you today, which is actually progressing your lift. So firstly, we know we need to be actually using our muscles. We need to be isolating them and controlling the movements. Secondly, we need to actually progress on this week in, week out. So the reason your body builds muscle is an adaptive response to keep you safe. If you do the same thing you've already done over and over and over again, you give it no reason to adapt further. So the way we're going to do this, the way I do it, I'm not sure if it's the same as you, Josh, but we'll be doing the same exercises in the same order, same amount of sets, same amount of rep ranges, and every time we'll either add reps or weight to each and every exercise. This is pretty much the only way you'll know that you're progressing.
I've been doing the same exercises for 3, 4, 5, 6 months at a time, and just the same thing over and over and just get better at it. So
that's it, man.
Muscle is a response to a stimulus, and if we add a new stimulus often enough, then we will continue to grow. And that's it.
And I know the approach most people take will be pick random exercises and shock the muscle, but again, there is absolutely no way to know if you're actually providing a stimulus that's more than what you've done last week. You're just providing something slightly different, either the same or less amount. So log your lifts, progress your lifts, and you will grow. Let's go, big boy. There you go. Keep it coming. Let's go, Josh. Let's go. You got more. Let's go, Josh. Fucking, he's pumping them out. Perhaps for days.
30's enough.
There we go. Alright, you set the standard there. You're gonna fucking kill me there, man. If I gotta get more than 30 reps, Jesus. Alright.
30's enough.
Oh, here we go. You'll notice we're not doing any calf exercises today because I know Josh will absolutely smoke me on those.
It's the only thing that I'll win, guys. It's alright.
Here we go. Alright, 30 to beat. Let's fucking go.
It's not too bad.
40? You know what, those high rep sets are the worst bit. It's just a fucking shit.
I didn't want to do any more than 30. I was like, I'm calling it there. That's enough.
That's a good idea, locking yourself in.
Yeah, man. I don't like having to grip myself in.
Big legs.
Let's go.
Yes. Yeah, man. Big legs. Good job. Keep moving. Yeah. Yes. Good man. Yeah. Good. Go. 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 Yeah. Again. Yes. More in there, Sam. Yeah. Good job.
Alright guys, exercise number 3 is going to be the hack squat, and this is going to bring me on to the third point that we're going to talk about today, which is picking exercises which you connect well with and that you can progress well. So you see it time and time again, constantly I get asked, what do you barbell squat, what do you this? I don't even know. I haven't barbell squatted in years. I just pick exercises which I feel good connection with. And I'm a big fan of machines because we can actually stabilize them going through the same plane of motion, and we know we're progressing. So
Yeah.
similar to you,
I'm a big proponent as well of the same thing. I think I choose exercises in which I can not only connect with the most, but I can fail the safest as well. That's a big thing. It's very hard to fail on, for example, a barbell squat or a bench press. Neither for me are very efficient movements, and they're exhausting as well. So the more stable I can be, the more connected with failure I can be as well, because that's for me a big cue is how far into failure can you get and sustain. And again, yes, exercises you connect with the most, I agree with 100%, but progression needs to also be at the forefront of that as well. So, you might find an exercise that feels really, really good in a shortened position, let's say an across the body cable press might feel amazing for the chest. It's not very progressible, you know what I mean? So whereas an incline hammer press might be far more progressible, and might feel just not as good, but you want to be able to progress the weight and maintain mechanical tension as your forefront. So those are some little tips that I've brought through the years of my training that Sam, I think, agrees with as well. So anything else there, bro?
That's it, man. And again, just choose ones that you get on best with, not anyone else.
Yeah.
And ones that you progress well with, you connect well with.
Not because Jay Cutler does it.
That's it. If someone else is doing it, it could be perfect for them, but it might just absolutely suck for you. And again, you might have imbalances or issues like me and Josh both suffer with knee pain. That's why we got the reverse band on here.
Right.
You might not need the reverse band, and you might get on terribly with a hack. So just choose another compound. But just pick exercises you get on well with. Thanks for that. That's good. That's good. Good job. You fucker. Let's go. Good job. Fuck, man. Let's go. You've got me good. Run all the way. Get that one back now.
Fuck!
You motherfucker. I'm in trouble there. You good? Knees alright?
So I want the same technique. I want your lower back to stay rounded, and I want you to squeeze your hips without arching the back. So jump in. Hold on to those hands.
I just can't believe I gotta do this, man.
That's it. Tailbone down.
Alright.
Yes.
Hard. 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 2. 1, 2, 3, 3.
Let's go, mate.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 9. Last one.
Yeah. Come on. All the way, Sam.
Yeah, it's hard, mate. So this exercise, I think we're best to do isolation.
Yes.
Static.
Good.
So always come up. Okay.
Drive.
That way the hand is nice and tight.
Yeah. Yes, good man.
3, 1, let's go.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Work.
Again. 1, 2,
Work.
3.
Go.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Work. Yes. Put it in.
8.
Push, push, push.
1, 2, 3, 9. Last one. Keep hard, hold, fight.
Go. Go. Come on. Let's go.
Over here.
Yes. Breathe. Stop. Breathe. 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 Go. Yes, 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 yes. Breathe again. Breathe again. Push it up. Push, 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 push. Good.
I give Josh that one.
I don't even know who won that.
You got 50.
It wasn't a pleasure to fucking win, let me tell you, bro.
Hold that for like
Nobody wins on the hack squat.
Alright guys, so tip number 4, we're about to go into leg press, and the tip number 4 we're going to run through today is basically get comfortable being uncomfortable. There's a reason why there's so many guys walking around the gym top heavy with those skinny legs. It's because training legs is hard. You've got to take yourself to uncomfortable places that you're not used to being in, places that your body doesn't want to be in. You know, and nobody's going to be able to bring that intensity for you. So if you're not training hard and then doing all the other 3 things that we said on top of that, perfect exercise execution, progressing your lifts. You know, if you're not doing that with the intensity, then we're not going to get to where we want to be. You're not going to grow big legs.
No, and like the perception of why legs I feel are so valuable or perceived as valuable is because it is difficult, right? So if it wasn't difficult, it wouldn't be valuable. So to have big legs, you need to work hard. You need to implement all the other parameters that we have laid out already today. And it's just effort. It is literally that. It's effort with the intensity and choosing, like Sam said, the right exercises to execute against. And then having big legs, it will come in time. So enjoy the journey and be very comfortable being extremely uncomfortable.
So guys, that concludes the 4 tips on how to get big legs fast. Now, if you want to make the most out of those 4 tips, then you need to make sure your nutrition structured properly too. So if you want to know how to do that, and then hit the video here and watch how I structure my full day of eating. As well as that, I highly recommend heading over to YouTube and following my boy Josh. His Instagram handle is JoshyAndrew. I'm going to stick it on the screen here as well. Josh is a very knowledgeable guy, online coach as well, and yeah, you can learn a hell of a lot from him, so I highly recommend going over to his page and checking him out. But I appreciate you all, and I'll see you in the next video.